Noah stood on the metal bridge of the spaceship Vanguard. He looked out the big window at the stars. They were not moving. The ship was stopped. Outside, there was a large silver space station. It belonged to the Galactic Federation. The station looked like a perfect jewel in the dark space. It was smooth, clean, and bright. The Vanguard, Noah's ship, looked different next to it. It was dark gray, covered in scratches, and had marks from old battles. It looked like a wild animal standing next to a princess. "They are not answering the radio," said Noah. His voice was deep and tired. Next to him sat Liam. Liam was a big man with muscles. He was cleaning his fingernails with a small knife. "They are answering," Liam said. "They just do not want to talk to us. They are scared." Ethan sat at the communication desk. He was younger than the others. He had a computer screen in front of his face. "No, they're not scared," Ethan said. "They are disgusted. Look at this message." He pointed to the screen. It flashed red. Asterisk warning. Containment field active. Do not power weapons. Do not show aggression. This is a quarantine zone. Asterisk. "We are not sick," Noah said. He crossed his arms. "We are just humans." "That is the same thing to them," Liam said with a laugh. In the engine room, Sophie was working. She spoke over the speaker. "Captain, the docking clamps are locking on. They are holding us tight. It feels like they are putting handcuffs on the ship." "Hold on, Sophie," Noah said. "Let us see what they want." A light flashed on the main screen. A face appeared. It was an alien. He had blue skin and a very high forehead. He looked very calm and very arrogant. This was Commander Eris. "Captain Noah," Eris said. His voice was smooth like oil. "You have entered a restricted zone. You know that humans are not allowed in the Central Worlds without an escort." "We have cargo," Noah said. "Food and metal. We are trading." "Trading?" Eris looked at a paper on his desk. "You are carrying items that are crude, but that is not the problem. The problem is who you are. We have studied your species. Noah, humans. You fight each other. You kill each other over imaginary lines on a map. You are dangerous." Noah felt a hot feeling in his chest. He did not like being judged by an alien who lived in a perfect glass house. "We survived," Noah said. "Space is not safe. We had to be tough to stay alive." "Tough." Eris smiled. It was not a nice smile. "You are violent. Your history is filled with war. We, the Federation, have moved past that. We do not fight. We solve problems with peace. You are a hazard to our society. That is why you must stay in the quarantine zone." Liam stood up. He walked toward the screen. "We are not animals. We are sitting here because we want to help. But if you treat us like dogs, do not be surprised if we bite." Liam's heart rate went up. He was angry. Suddenly, the lights on the bridge turned red. A loud alarm sounded. Asterisk warning. Bio threat detected. Aggression levels rising. Asterisk. "Stop him," Eris said on the screen. He looked scared, not of guns, but of Liam's anger. "His biological readings are showing hostility. This proves my point. You humans cannot control your emotions. He is just talking." Noah yelled, "Tell your sensors to calm down. Put him in the brig," Eris commanded, "or we will blast your ship out of the sky." Noah grabbed Liam's shoulder. "Sit down," Noah ordered. "Now." Liam looked at Noah. He wanted to punch the screen, but he saw Noah's eyes. Noah was the boss. Liam sat down slowly. He put his knife back in his pocket. He breathed deep. The red lights turned back to normal. The alarm stopped. Eris fixed his clothes. He looked shaken. "You see? It takes all your effort just to stop one man from attacking. You are ticking time bombs." "We are sitting in your docking bay," Noah said, trying to stay calm. "Our engines are off. My crew is sitting down. We are following your rules. We just want to trade and leave." "Fine," Eris said. "You will stay there. Do not leave the ship. We will send robots to take your cargo. We do not want your germs or your anger on our station." The screen went black. Noah sat in the captain's chair. He rubbed his face. "This happens every time," he said. "They think we are monsters. They are wrong. Ethan said. We saved them from the X-rays last year. Did they forget? They did not forget, Sophie said over the speaker. They just do not care. They think they are better than us because they are soft. We have to be careful, Noah said. One mistake, and they will blow us up. An hour passed. The crew waited in the silence. The station outside was beautiful. Small ships flew in and out. They looked like birds. The Federation ships had no guns. They had only shields and transporters. They thought they were safe. They thought they were civilized. Noah watched the radar. He saw a dot far away. It was not moving like a Federation ship. It moved fast, then slow. It moved erratically. Ethan, Noah asked, "What is that?" Ethan typed on his keyboard. It is a transport ship, Federation model. The Starlight. It is coming from the deep sector. Ask them to identify themselves, Noah said. Ethan sent a signal. No answer, Ethan said. Try again, Noah said. Still nothing, Ethan said. The signal is getting weak. It is strange. Suddenly, a voice came over the speaker, but it was not a normal voice. It was static. It sounded like tearing metal. Help us. Noah stood up. Who is that? It is the Starlight, Ethan said. His face was white. What is happening? I am getting video, Ethan said. He put on the big screen. The crew saw horror. The inside of the Starlight was destroyed. Metal was bent like paper. Blue blood floated in the air. The camera moved. It saw the aliens, the beautiful, peaceful aliens. They were not fighting back. They were huddled in corners. They were dying. And then the crew saw the killers. They were tall. They had black armor that looked like insect shells. They had no faces, only glowing red eyes. They did not use lasers. They used sharp blades. They cut through the doors. They cut through the people. The Federation crew on the screen tried to talk. They held up their hands. They said, "We surrender. We come in peace." The black monsters did not care. They killed them anyway. They did not stop. They did not talk. They just destroyed. My God, Liam whispered. What are those things? I have never seen them before, Noah said. On the screen, one monster looked at the camera. It raised its weapon. The screen went black. The signal died. The bridge of the Vanguard was very quiet. We have to warn them, Ethan said. We have to tell the station. No, Noah said. Look at the station sensors. They are blind. On the radar, Noah was right. The Federation station did not see the monsters. The station sensors were set to look for danger, but they looked for human danger. Guns, bombs, anger. These monsters were cold. They had no anger. The station did not see them as a threat yet. Ethan opened a channel to the station. Commander Eris, this is the Vanguard. We just saw the Starlight destroyed. There are enemies coming. You must raise your shields. The face of Eris appeared again. He looked annoyed. Captain Noah, stop shouting. We have scanned the area. There are no weapons nearby. Your primitive sensors are probably picking up space debris. It was not debris. Ethan yelled. It was a massacre. They are killing everyone. Silence, Eris said. You are trying to cause panic. This is human nature. You love chaos. We will not listen to your lies. If you do not stop, we will disconnect your air supply. The screen went black again. They are going to die, Sophie said over the radio. Her voice was shaking. They are going to sit there and be polite while those things eat them. Can we fight them? Liam asked. He looked at Noah. Noah looked at the radar. The black dots were getting closer. They were moving toward the shiny station. We are in a dock, Noah said. Our guns are locked by their safety protocols. If we power up, the station will shoot us. If we don't power up, the station will blow up anyway, Liam said. Captain, I am not going to sit here and watch. Noah looked at his crew. They were scared, but they were ready. He looked out the window at the Federation station. They thought humans were dangerous. They thought they were better. They were wrong. We are dangerous, Noah said, but maybe that is exactly what they need right now. Noah took a deep breath. He unbuckled his seatbelt. He stood up tall. Sophie, Noah said, turn off the safety limiters. Override the docking clamps. But that will break their laws, Sophie said. Break them, Noah said. Liam, Noah said, get to the weapons console. Power up the railguns. We're going to need them. Liam smiled. It was a scary smile. With pleasure, Captain. Ethan, Noah said, keep trying to reach the station, even if they don't listen. I will, Ethan said. And me? Noah thought to himself. He looked at the stars. The station was so bright. The monsters were so dark. Noah walked to the front of the bridge. He looked at the alien station that hated them. Buckle up, Noah said to his crew. It is time to show them why they call us dangerous. The red lights on the bridge flashed faster. The alarms were loud now, screaming a warning that everyone on the ship already knew. The station outside, the beautiful silver jewel of the Galactic Federation, was under attack. From the window of the Vanguard, Noah watched. It was a nightmare. The enemy ships moved like sharks in the water. They were black, jagged, and ugly. They had no lights on them. They did not send messages. They just flew toward the station and fired. But they did not fire lasers or bombs. They fired rocks, huge rocks covered in metal, shot out from the enemy ships. They slammed into the side of the Federation station. The station, which relied on shields, took hit after hit. The shields held at first, glowing blue, but then they cracked. The rocks punched holes in the metal. Air rushed out into space. Look at them, Liam said. He stood at his weapon station. His hands hovered over the firing buttons. They are just tearing it apart. Why isn't the station shooting back? They are trying to talk, Ethan said. His voice was full of panic. Look at the comms. Commander Eris is hailing them. He is asking for a dialogue. On the side of the station, the defense turrets moved. They were sleek and white. They aimed at the black ships, but they did not fire. They just watched. Why aren't they firing? Sophie yelled over the noise of the engine room speakers. They have clear shots. No, Noah said grimly. They don't. Look at the ships. The black ships are empty. Noah was right. The scanner showed that the black ships were full of debris. There were no life signs on them. They were guided by simple remote signals. They were drones, or perhaps just rocks thrown by a bigger ship hiding in the dark. The Federation was programmed never to attack unless attacked by a sentient being. If they fired on rocks, they would be considered violent. They were paralyzed by their own rules. They are letting themselves die because of a rule, Liam said. He hit his fist on the metal wall. Let us go, Captain. Let us fight. We are stuck, Noah said. The ship shook as a piece of debris hit the station near them. The docking clamps are magnetic. They are powered by the station. Sophie, can you break the connection? I am trying. Sophie shouted. The station has an emergency lock. They think we are unsafe. They are holding us here to protect the station. I am trying to cut the power, but the alien code is too complicated. It is like trying to pick a lock made of water. Noah looked at the screen. The Vanguard was trapped inside the station, sitting in the docking bay like a bird in a cage. Outside, the black ships were getting closer. The station's beautiful glass was breaking. Bodies were floating in the void. The Federation ships that tried to leave were swarmed and destroyed. Then, the face of Commander Eris appeared on the screen again. This time, he did not look arrogant. He looked terrified. His blue skin was pale. His uniform was messy. Captain Noah, Eris screamed, "The enemy! We cannot disable their ships. Our scanners say they have no pilots. We are programmed only to stun sentient life. Our weapons do not lock onto debris. They are killing us." Noah looked at the alien. "I told you," Noah said. "I told you they were coming. I told you we could help. We need help." Eris cried, "Please, use your weapons. Shoot the rocks. Shoot the ships. You locked us in," Noah said. "He was cold. You called us dangerous. You said we were animals. You clamped our ship to keep us safe. I release you." Eris yelled, "I am releasing the clamps. Just shoot them. Save us." The metal arms of the station unlocked. With a loud clang, the magnetic grip disappeared. The Vanguard drifted free, but the bay doors were still closed. The station was locked down to save air. "Sophie," Noah said, "the bay doors are shut." Sophie said, "They are powered by the main grid. I can't open them from here." Noah looked at Liam. Liam looked back. They did not need to speak. They had trained for this. They were humans. They solved problems with force. "Liam," Noah said, "open the door." Liam grinned. It was a wild look. He grabbed the controls for the main forward cannon. The Vanguard had an old weapon. It was a rail gun. It used magnets to shoot a piece of metal at incredible speed. It was not fancy. It did not stun. It punched holes. "Aim for the center of the door," Noah said. "Aiming," Liam said. The ship hummed as the gun charged up. "Firing," Liam said. There was no laser sound. There was just a loud crack, like a whip snapping. The ship shook as the metal slug flew out of the gun. It hit the closed bay door of the station. The door was not meant to stop bullets. It shattered. Glass and metal flew everywhere. A hole opened up into the dark space of the universe. "Go," Noah said. Sophie pushed the engine throttle to the maximum. The Vanguard lurched forward. It flew through the hole in the station, leaving the safety of the bay behind. They were out in the open war zone. "We are clear," Sophie shouted, "but the enemy sees us." On the radar, 3 black shapes turned toward the Vanguard. They moved faster than they should. They were hunting. "Ethan, find me the source of those ships," Noah said. He stood at the center of the bridge, watching the chaos. "There has to be a mothership. There has to be a brain controlling these rocks." "I am looking," Ethan said. "There is so much noise. The Federation is screaming on all channels." He paused. "Wait, I see it. It is hiding behind the moon of the planet. It is big. It is sending the control signals." "Plot a course," Noah said. "We are going to kill it." Liam laughed. "Yes, let us kill it." "Wait," Noah said. "We have to protect the station, too." "Liam, target those incoming ships. Do not try to disable them. Destroy them. Use the heavy explosives." The Vanguard spun around in space. It moved fast and rough. The Federation ships moved in smooth arcs, but the human ship moved like a punch. It jerked and turned. The black ships fired their rocks. Liam used the ship's thrusters to dodge. A rock flew past a window, missing them by inches. "Got you," Liam said. He pressed the fire button. The railgun fired again and again. The shots hit the black ships. These ships were not armored for heavy attacks. They relied on being stealthy. The human slugs tore through them like paper. The first ship exploded in a silent fireball. The second one broke in half. "2 down," Liam said. "1 more." But the third ship did something strange. It did not shoot. It charged. "It is coming right for us." Ethan yelled, "It is going to ram us." "Hold on." Noah shouted. Sophie pulled the ship up. The black ship flew under them. It was so close that Noah could see the jagged metal on its hull. "They are kamikazes," Noah said. "They want to crash into things." "They are going for the station again," Liam said. The black ship turned, aiming for the broken part of the station where the Vanguard had escaped. "We can't catch it," Sophie said. "Shoot it down, Liam," Noah ordered. Liam aimed. "I am trying, but it is too fast. The computer can't lock on." "Then lead the shot," Noah said. "Guess where it is going to be." Liam took a deep breath. He turned off the computer targeting. He used his own eyes. He looked at the black ship. He moved the gun slightly ahead of it. He waited a heartbeat. "Fire," Liam whispered. The railgun slammed a shot into the path of the enemy ship. The black ship flew directly into the bullet. It exploded instantly. Debris flew everywhere, but none of it hit the station. The bridge was silent for a moment. "Good shot," Noah said. He clapped Liam on the shoulder. "I missed the center," Liam muttered. "I was aiming for the engine." "It worked," Noah said. "That is what matters." "Captain," Ethan spoke up. His voice was quiet. "The station, they are hailing us again." "Put them on," Noah said. Commander Eris appeared. He looked even worse than before. He was bleeding from a cut on his forehead. He looked at Noah with wide eyes. You destroyed them, Eris said. You destroyed them without hesitating. They were trying to kill you. Noah said, Yes, we destroyed them. I saw your tactics, Eris said. He sounded shaken. You used your main gun to blow up your own exit. You risked decompression. You targeted the engines with lethal force. You are savages. We are alive, Noah said. You are alive. Is that not what matters? Eris looked down. He could not argue. He looked at his hands. They were shaking. Our protocols, they failed. We were trying to minimize damage. We were trying to be civilized, and they slaughtered us. They don't care about your civilization, Noah said. They only care about killing. That is why you need us. Eris took a deep breath. He looked up at Noah. The arrogance was gone. It was replaced by fear. A deep, cold fear. We need your help, Eris whispered. It was hard for him to say. There are more of them. The signal, it is getting stronger. The mothership is waking up. Noah nodded. He knew this was coming. He had seen it before. We will stop them, Noah said. But you listen to me, Eris. When we fight our way. Do not tell us to pull our punches. Do not tell us to be gentle. If you get in our way, we will roll right over you. Eris swallowed hard. Understood, he said. Please, save us. Even if we have to beg the monsters for help, please save us. Noah turned to the screen that showed the stars. Ethan, set a course for that moon. Maximum speed. Yes, Captain, Ethan said. Sophie, give me everything the engines have. Noah said. Engines at 110%. Sophie said. We are pushing it. Push it harder. Noah said. We have a date with a mothership. The Vanguard turned away from the burning station. It pointed its nose toward the dark moon. Behind them, the civilized aliens were hiding in the dark, watching the humans leave. They used to call humans dangerous. They used to fear human aggression. But now, as the silence of space closed in around the station, the aliens realized that the only thing standing between them and death was the most dangerous species in the galaxy, and they had just asked them to go to war. Noah looked at his crew. They were ready. They were not scared. They were humans. This was what they were built for. Let's go hunt, Noah said. The Vanguard moved fast. It left the burning station behind and flew toward the dark side of the moon. The engines roared, pushing the crew back into their seats. Inside the ship, it was loud and hot. The smell of sweat and old metal filled the air. This was the smell of a human ship. It was not clean like the Federation ships, but it was strong. The signal is getting stronger, Ethan said. He typed quickly on his keyboard. It is coming from a crater. It is huge. Can we see it? Noah asked. Sophie adjusted the sensors. The screen on the bridge flickered. A large shape appeared on the dark moon. It was not a ship like the Vanguard. It was organic. It looked like a giant black insect that had crawled out of the ground. It had spikes coming out of it, and many holes that glowed with a dim red light. That thing is ugly, Liam said. He checked his weapon screen. It is 3 times the size of the station, and it is waking up, Noah said. I can see the lights turning on. Captain, the station is sending us a message, Ethan said. Commander Eris is on the line. Put him through, Noah said. Eris's face appeared on the screen. He looked terrified. Captain Noah, do not attack yet. We are analyzing the structure. We believe we can disable it with a virus if we can get close enough. Do not use violence. It might anger them. Noah looked at the screen. He could not believe what he was hearing. Eris, they're eating your ships. They do not want to talk. They want to kill. But we can be better than them, Eris said. If we destroy it, we prove that we are just like you. Violent. Fine, Noah said. You send your ships. We will watch. Eris hesitated. Our ships, they are damaged. We cannot fly fast enough. You must go, but please try to negotiate. Noah shook his head. I am done talking. We're going in. They're launching fighters. Sophie yelled. Small shapes flew out of the big mothership. They moved like angry bees. There were hundreds of them. Liam, it is time to earn your pay, Noah said. Finally, Liam said. He gripped the controls. The Vanguard rolled to the side. The space outside the window filled with bright lines of laser fire. The enemy was shooting. The shots rocked the human ship. Shields are holding at 80%, Sophie shouted. But I can't take a hit like that again. Evasive maneuvers, Noah ordered. The ship danced through the asteroid field near the moon. Liam spun the ship around, dodging rocks and laser beams. Then he fired. The railguns of the Vanguard were loud. With every shot, the whole ship shook. Liam was not aiming at the small fighters. He was aiming for the big mothership. He fired round after round into the side of the beast. Explosions rippled across the alien hull. Black blood leaked into space. Yes, take that, Liam yelled. But the mothership did not die. It healed itself. The skin moved and closed the holes. The explosion stopped. It is repairing itself, Ethan said. Our guns are not enough. It is too thick, Liam said. I can punch holes, but I can't blow it up. Noah thought fast. He watched the mothership. He saw the red glowing holes on the side. They open and close like mouths. The eyes, Noah said. Look at the glowing red spots. When they open, that is where they shoot from. That is the weak point. If we shoot the mouth, we go inside? Liam asked. We go inside, Noah said. We fly right down its throat and blow it up from the inside. Are you crazy? Sophie shouted. That is suicide. We will be eaten. Do you have a better idea? Noah asked. The ship shook again as a laser hit them. Shields at 50%. We are sitting ducks out here. Ethan said. Okay. Sophie said. I will get you there, but you owe me a drink. Hold on, Noah said. He turned the ship toward the biggest red glow. It looked like a giant cave in the front of the monster. Full speed ahead, Noah ordered. Ramming speed. The Vanguard shot forward. The enemy fighters tried to stop them. They swarmed the ship. Liam fired wildly, hitting as many as he could. Some crashed into the shield. The lights on the bridge flickered. Sparks flew from the ceiling. Shields at 10%. Sophie screamed. We are going to lose the nose. We are almost there. Noah yelled. The red glow got bigger and bigger until it filled the whole window. The heat was intense. The air around the ship warped. Close your eyes. Noah shouted. The ship plunged into the red tunnel. The shaking stopped. The noise of the battle outside faded away. They were inside the beast. It was dark inside. The walls were wet and moving. Where are we? Ethan asked. His voice was shaking. We are in the belly, Noah said. Sophie lights. Full power. The ship turned on its bright searchlights. They illuminated a strange sight. The inside of the ship was like a giant stomach. There were cables that looked like veins, and there were small creatures crawling on the walls. They looked like larvae. I am going to be sick, Ethan said. Focus, Noah said. We need to find the heart. Look for the biggest energy source. I see it, Liam said. Straight ahead, there is a big blue light. It is pulsing. That is the engine, Noah said. That is what keeps it alive. Suddenly, the walls began to move. The acid on the walls started to bubble. The acid shot at the Vanguard. It hissed as it hit the shields. The stomach is trying to digest us. Sophie said, the acid is melting the shields. They are gone. Now we have no shields, Noah said. Liam, target that blue light. Use everything we have. Liam aimed the ship, firing. The railguns fired one last time, but the bullets hit a wall of bone in front of blue light. It was too thick. It did not work. Liam said, we are out of ammo. The ship started to sink in the acid. The alarms were blaring. The metal floor of the bridge was getting hot. We have to get out, Noah said. We have to leave the ship. We are in space. Ethan said, we have suits, Noah said. Suit up. We are going EVA. Extravehicular activity. We are going to walk inside this thing. Liam asked. He pulled a heavy space suit from the locker. Yes, Noah said. We take bombs. We plant them on the heart. We get out through the airlock and swim back to the ship. And if we miss? Ethan asked. Then we become lunch. Noah said, "Let's move." The crew put on their suits. They were bulky and white with heavy boots. They grabbed large bags filled with explosives. They moved to the airlock. "Opening airlock," Sophie said. Her voice came through the radio in Noah's helmet. "Good luck, guys. I will keep the engine running." The door opened. The air rushed out. They floated into the dark, wet tunnel. Gravity was low here. They kicked off the walls of the ship. It was a nightmare. The walls were squishy and gross. The larvae creatures came toward them. They had small teeth. "Get off me!" Liam yelled. He swung a heavy wrench at a creature. It splat against his visor. "Keep moving." Noah said, "Don't stop." They used magnetic boots to walk on the vein-like cables. They jumped over pools of acid. It was hard to breathe. The sound of their own heavy breathing was loud in their ears. They reached the blue light. It was beautiful. The core of the engine looked like a giant crystal, but around it there were hard shells of bone. "We have to crack it," Liam said. He took a drill from his belt. He attached it to the bone. He started to drill. The sound was terrible. "Hurry," Ethan said. "The walls are squeezing together." The giant stomach muscles were contracting. The space was getting smaller. "Just a little more," Liam grunted. He pushed the drill hard. The bone cracked. Liam pulled a piece away. Now they could see the glowing crystal. "Bomb it," Noah said. Ethan placed the explosive pack on the crystal. He set the timer. 3 minutes. "Let's go," Noah said. They turned and ran. But the aliens were waiting for them. Big soldiers, not just the small ones. They had claws. "Fight through." Noah yelled. He pulled a futuristic gun from his suit. It was a pulse rifle. He fired at the aliens. Blue energy blasted them back. Liam used his wrench like a club, smashing anything that came close. They reached the Vanguard. The airlock was open. They jumped inside. "Close it." Noah yelled. Sophie slammed the door shut. She pumped air back into the lock. "Punch it," Noah said. He took off his helmet. Sophie hit the thrusters. The ship blasted away from the crystal. Timer at 10 seconds. Ethan counted down. The ship flew out of the red mouth of the beast just as the timer hit 0. Boom. A massive explosion. Inside, the beast ripped it apart. The light was so bright it blinded the cameras for a second. Then, the mothership broke. It cracked in two. The fire spread through the veins. The aliens inside were consumed by the blast. Debris flew everywhere. The Vanguard spun out of control, caught in the shockwave. "We are hit," Sophie yelled. "Engine 3 is offline." "Stabilize," Noah said. He grabbed the console to keep from falling. Slowly, the ship stopped spinning. They floated in space. Behind them, the once scary mothership was now just a floating cloud of dust and fire. Noah took a deep breath. He looked at his crew. They were covered in sweat and slime. "Did we do it?" Liam asked. He was breathing hard. Noah looked at the radar. The enemy fighters were stopping. They were floating dead in space. Without the mothership, they had no control. "We did it," Noah said. Ethan laughed. It was a tired, happy laugh. "We actually killed it." "We are alive," Sophie said. "I can't believe it." Noah looked out the window at the distant stars. The Federation station was safe. The monsters were dead, but they had done it by going inside the beast. They had done it by being savage, brutal, and brave. They had done it the human way. "Let's go home," Noah said. "I think Eris has some explaining to do." The Vanguard drifted slowly back toward the Federation station. The ship was in bad shape. It had deep scars from the battle, and smoke still drifted from the back. It looked like a wounded animal crawling home. Inside, the silence was heavy. The crew was tired. They sat in their chairs, covered in sweat and grime. Their hands shook as they checked the screens. "Engine 3 is still dead," Sophie said softly. She sounded exhausted. "Life support is working, but we are limping. We are running on fumes." "We made it," Noah said. He rubbed his face. His hands were dirty. "That is all that matters." Liam looked at the rear-view camera. The giant explosion where the mothership used to be was fading into a cloud of dust. Did you see the way that thing blew up? Liam asked, a small smile on his face. We stuck a bomb right in his heart. Yes, Liam, Ethan said. He was cleaning his glasses. We all saw it. We were there. Ethan looked down at his own hands. He was a diplomat. He was supposed to use words, not guns. But today, he had helped carry explosives. He had killed living things. He felt strange. He felt cold inside. The Federation taught that violence was the worst thing in the universe. But today, violence was the only thing that saved them. Prepare for docking, Noah said. The station is hailing us. Channel open, Ethan said. The face of Commander Eris appeared on the screen. He looked different now. His perfect blue skin was pale. His clothes were messy. He looked like he had not slept in days. Behind him, the pristine bridge of the Federation station was in chaos. Officers were running around, shouting and crying. Captain Noah, Eris said. His voice was shaky. We received your telemetry. The mothership is destroyed? Yes, Noah said. It is gone. The drones are dead, too. Eris closed his eyes for a moment. He let out a long breath. Thank you, he whispered. The casualty reports were coming in by the thousands. You stopped it. We are docking, Noah said. Open the bay. Yes, Eris said. We are opening Bay 4. We have medical teams standing by. The Vanguard moved into the station. The magnetic arms grabbed the ship gently this time. The ship groaned as it settled onto the floor. The airlock hissed as it connected to the station. Do we let them in? Sophie asked. The doctors? Yes, Noah said. Liam and I need patching up, but keep the weapons ready, just in case. The door opened. A team of Federation doctors rushed in. They wore clean white suits. They carried shiny medical tools. They stopped when they saw the bridge of the Vanguard. It smelled like smoke and burnt plastic. There was blood on the floor. The lights flickered. Great stars. One doctor said. He looked at the humans with fear. Are these wounds from the enemy? Some, Noah said. He had a cut on his arm. Some are from the ship shaking. A doctor walked up to Noah. He held a small scanner. He waved it over Noah's arm. Your adrenaline levels are very high, the doctor said. And your heart rate. You are in a state of extreme stress. We must sedate you for treatment. No drugs, Noah said sharply. He pushed the scanner away. Just bandage it. The doctor looked scared. He nodded quickly and put a bandage on Noah's arm. They treated the others quickly and quietly. They did not look the humans in the eye. They acted like they were treating wild tigers that might bite them at any moment. After the doctors left, Commander Eris came into the airlock. He did not bring guards. He walked onto the bridge alone. He looked at the burnt console where Liam sat. He looked at the slime still on Ethan's uniform. We have prepared a meal for you, Eris said, and fresh clothes. But I must speak with you, Noah. Noah stood up. He felt stiff, but he stood tall. Speak. Eris hesitated. He walked to the window and looked out at his station. I watched a recording of your battle, Eris said. I saw you fly into the enemy ship. I saw you plant the bomb manually. So, Noah asked. It was horrific, Eris said. He turned to look at Noah. The risk you took, the violence, the way you destroyed the engine. You did not follow any safety protocols. You acted like maniacs. Liam stood up. We saved your lives. You want to thank us by insulting US. I am not trying to insult you, Eris said. I am trying to understand. My species and the others in the Federation, we evolved to be peaceful. We use our brains. We talk. We compromise. We believe that every problem has a solution that does not involve killing. Eris paused. He looked sad. But today we failed. We tried to talk to the silence. We tried to disable their ships. And they slaughtered us. We were frozen by our own civility. You were soft, Noah said. That is not a crime in a safe world. But the universe is not safe. Your way, Eris said. It is so ugly. You enjoy it. I can see it in your eyes. You like blowing up that ship. Noah looked at Liam. Then he looked at Sophie. They were not proud of the killing, but they were proud of surviving. They were proud of protecting each other. "We do not enjoy war," Noah said, "but we are good at it. We had to be. On Earth, we fought each other for thousands of years. We learned that if you want to survive, you have to be willing to do the ugly thing. You have to be willing to get your hands dirty." Eris looked at his own clean hands. "I have never had to get my hands dirty. The machinery does everything. We live in comfort." "Comfort makes you weak," Liam said. "When the monster comes to the door, you cannot offer a peace treaty. You need a big stick." Ethan spoke up. "Commander, you called us dangerous. You were right. We are dangerous. But we use that danger to protect you. We are the fire that burns a wolf away." Eris looked at the floor. "I know," he said, "and that is the terrifying part. We cannot fight this war without you. But if we rely on you, if we let humans do the fighting, what happens to us? Do we become monsters too?" Noah walked over to Eris. Noah was taller than the alien. He looked down at him. "You do not have to become us," Noah said, "but you need to respect us. We are not animals. We are your guardians now." Guardians. Eris repeated the word. He tasted it. It felt bitter. "You have a choice," Noah said. "You can keep your rules and die next time. Or you can let us help. We can teach you how to survive. But you have to let us be who we are. You have to let us be dangerous." Eris looked at the crew. They were battered and scarred, but they were standing together. They had a bond that the Federation officers did not have. Eris realized that the Federation was a glass house. It was beautiful, but one stone could break it. The humans were the stone. Hard, rough, and unbreakable. "I will speak to the council," Eris said quietly. "We will discuss a new arrangement." "Fair enough," Noah said. "Now, about that food. We are starving." Eris nodded. "I will show you to the mess hall." They walked out of the ship. As they walked through the station, the crew noticed something. The other aliens looked at them differently now. Before, they looked at humans with disgust, like dirt on their shoes. Now they looked with fear. They stepped aside to let Noah pass. They whispered to each other. When Liam walked by, a group of Federation soldiers stood near the door. They held their weapons loosely. They looked at Noah with wide eyes. One soldier pointed at the Vanguard. "That is the ship," the soldier whispered. They went inside the beast. Noah heard them. He did not smile. He did not wave. He just kept walking. He knew that things had changed forever. The mask of civilization had fallen off. The galaxy knew what humans were capable of now. They reached the mess hall. It was a large room with smooth tables. There were bowls of fruit and strange colored drinks. The crew of the Vanguard sat down. They grabbed the food with their hands, not using the fancy forks provided. They ate fast. Noah sat across from Eris. Eris picked at a piece of fruit. He did not eat. "You are trembling," Noah said. "It is the adrenaline crash," Eris said. "I am not used to this level of stress." "You will get used to it," Noah said, "or you will break." "I hope I did not break," Eris said. Noah drank a glass of water. "You won't. You have us now. But remember, Commander, we are humans. We solve problems. Sometimes we solve them with words, like Ethan, but sometimes." Noah looked at his bruised knuckles. "Sometimes we solve them with a wrench and a bomb." Eris looked at the bandage on Noah's arm. It was a simple, ugly bandage compared to the advanced medical technology the Federation had. But under it, the wound was healing. "I will remember," Eris said. They finished their meal in silence. The fear of the room was thick, like smoke. But under the fear, there was something else. Hope. A desperate, terrifying hope. The Federation was alone in the dark, and the only light they had left was a fire named humanity. And as Noah looked at the stars outside the window, he knew that they would never look at humans the same way again. They called them dangerous once. Now, they would call them saviors. But deep down, they would still be afraid. And that was exactly how Noah wanted it. The next morning, the bright lights of the Galactic Federation Council room hurt Noah's eyes. It was too white, too clean, and too quiet. There were no smells of oil or sweat here. The air smelled like flowers. Noah stood on a metal platform in the center of the room. Around him, sitting in high, curved chairs, were the leaders of the Federation. There were a dozen different species. Some were tall and thin, some were small and blue, and some looked like floating balls of light. Commander Eris stood at a podium below them. He looked tired. He looked at Noah, then at the council. Honorable council members, Eris began. We have reviewed the data from the attack. The enemy, which we call the Silence, has retreated. Our fleet was damaged. Many lives were lost, but the station is safe. A floating ball of light moved forward. It spoke with a robotic voice. Commander Eris, your report states that the human ship, the Vanguard, destroyed the enemy vessel. Is this correct? It is, Eris said. Their tactics were unorthodox. They ignored standard safety protocols. They used lethal force. They flew directly into the enemy. The humans are quarantined for a reason, another alien said. This one was green with many eyes. They are violent. We agreed to ban them from the Central Worlds because they are a threat to peace. Noah had enough. He stepped forward to the microphone. Excuse me. The room went silent. The aliens looked at him like he was a bug. Go ahead, Captain Noah, the floating light said. You say we are a threat to peace. Noah said, you are right. We are. We fight. We kill. We use guns and bombs. But yesterday your peace did not save you. Your shields failed. Your non-lethal weapons did nothing. The only thing that stopped the enemy was violence. The green alien made a hissing sound. So you admit it. You are savages. We cannot allow such dangerous behavior in our society. You should be put back in prison. If you put us in prison, Noah said calmly, you will die. The enemy will come back. And next time, we will not be there to save you. How dare you? The green alien shouted. We are the Federation. We have existed for 1,000 years without war. We are civilized. And you are soft, Noah said. His voice was hard like iron. You forgot that the universe is not civilized. The universe tries to kill you every day. You got lucky because you had powerful friends. You stayed safe because no one attacked you. But now, the monsters are here, and you do not know how to fight them. Noah looked at Eris. Your commander knows. He saw it. He saw that his ships were dying while he was trying to talk. Eris looked down. He could not deny it. The captain is technically correct, Eris whispered. Our technology failed against biological entities. We require a defense that is adaptable. We cannot adapt to human madness, the green alien argued. If we let them run free, they will destroy us. We will not destroy you, Noah said. We don't want your pretty station. We don't want to rule you. We just want to trade and live. But we also want to live in a safe galaxy. If you let us help, we will fight for you. We will be your shield. Why? The floating light asked. Why risk your life for us? We treated you poorly. Because we are humans, Noah said. We protect our own. And right now we are all alive. That makes us our own in my book. The council members whispered to each other. It was a long argument. They talked for hours. They debated their morals and their safety. In the end, fear won. They were more afraid of the Silence than they were of Noah. The floating light moved back to the center. We have reached a decision. The quarantine of the solar system is lifted, but with conditions. Conditions? Noah asked. You will not be given citizenship, the light said. You will not be allowed to vote, but you will be granted a new status. You will be designated as galactic wardens. Wardens? Noah asked. You will patrol the borders, the light said. You will handle threats like the Silence. You will do the things we cannot do. You will keep your violence away from our citizens, but you will use it to protect us. Noah nodded. I accept. One more thing, the green alien added. You must operate under our supervision. You will report to Commander Eris. Noah looked at Eris. Eris looked nervous, but he stood up straight. I will oversee their operations, Eris said. I will ensure they follow the mission parameters. Fine, Noah said. Do not get in our way, Commander. I will try not to, Eris said. The meeting ended. Noah walked out of council room. Eris followed him. Do you really think this will work? Eris asked as they walked down the long, white hallway. You and me, your people and mine. It has to work, Noah said, because the alternative is extinction. They reached the docking bay. The Vanguard was still there. Repairs had started on the hull. The scratches were covered with shiny patches, but the ship still looked rough. Sophie, Ethan, and Liam were waiting at the bottom of the ramp. They looked at Noah with hope. What happened? Liam asked. Are we arrested? No, Noah said. We have a job. What kind of job? Ethan asked. We are the wardens now. Noah said. We fight the monsters. We keep the Federation safe. Are they paying us? Sophie asked. Because the engine needs parts. Yes, Era spoke up. The Federation will pay for your repairs, and we will give you fuel and food. Good, Liam said. I was getting tired of the nutrient paste. Eris looked at the crew. He still felt a little scared of them. He saw the way Liam looked at the world, like he was ready to fight it. He saw the way Ethan looked at things, like he was solving a puzzle. He saw the way Noah stood, like a rock that could not be moved. Can I ask you something? Eris said to Noah, Go ahead. Does it bother you? Eris asked, that we will never fully trust you? That we will always look at you as dangerous? You will save our lives, and we will still be afraid of you. Noah looked out the open bay doors at the stars. He thought about Earth. He thought about the wars, the struggles, and the fighting. He thought about how humans always got back up, no matter how hard they were hit. No, Noah said, it doesn't bother me. Let them be afraid. Let them think we are dangerous monsters. Let them hide behind their rules and their white walls. As long as they are alive, I don't care what they think. But why? Eris asked. Noah smiled. It was a small smile, but it was real, because we know who we are. We are the ones who go into the dark. We are the ones who do what needs to be done. If they want to call us dangerous, let them. I wear that badge with pride. Noah turned to his crew. All right, team. Load up. We have a patrol route to plan. Sir. Liam saluted. It was not a perfect salute, but it was loud. The crew climbed the ramp into the Vanguard. Noah shook Eris's hand one last time. Eris's hand was cold and smooth. Noah's hand was warm and calloused. Good luck, Commander, Noah said. Try not to let the bedbugs bite. And you, Captain, Eris said. Try not to destroy the galaxy. I'll do my best, Noah said. Noah walked up the ramp. The heavy metal door closed behind him. The Vanguard began to hum. The engines roared to life, shaking the floor of the bay. The ship lifted off, hovering for a moment. Then it shot out of the station into the black void of space. Eris stood alone in the empty bay. He watched until the ship was just a small dot of light among the stars. He felt a shiver go down his spine. He looked around at his clean, perfect station. He realized how fragile it was. A holographic display flickered on near the exit. It was a new recruiting poster. The Federation was already advertising for new alliances. But in the corner of the poster, there was a new symbol. It was a crude drawing of a human skull wearing a soldier's helmet. Underneath, the text read in bold letters, Monsters Required. Eris looked at the poster for a long time. He was afraid of the humans. He knew they were dangerous. But as he looked at the stars where the Vanguard had vanished, he whispered a prayer to the empty air. He prayed that the humans would stay dangerous, because out in the darkness, the monsters were waiting, and only the monsters could fight the monsters. Eris turned and walked back toward the lights of the city. He felt safer than he had yesterday, but he also felt like he had just opened a cage that could never be closed again. The age of peace was over. The age of the Wardens had begun. And for the first time in history, the galaxy was glad to have the monsters on their side.